力训练也是一种修行。接下来的练习，你只可以看到单词和短句的提示，你必须用自己的耳朵听明白整段话的意思。如果没有听懂，你可以反复多听几遍。下面我们开始吧。
It's now widely accepted that there are huge benefits to being bilingual. A key breakthrough came back in 2007 in Toronto, when Ellen Bialystok and her team made a discovery that shook the scientific community and has massive real-world implications.
It was the first study which suggested that bilingual people who speak more than one language, develop dementia 4 to 4.5 years later than those who don't. It was a powerful confirmation of the idea of cognitive reserve.
Now, what is cognitive reserve? Cognitive reserve is the idea that people develop a reserve of thinking abilities, and this protects them against losses that can occur through aging and disease. As well as delaying the onset of dementia, bilingual people have been shown to recover significantly better after a stroke. Learning anything new helps build cognitive reserve, but there's something special about language.
Language is particularly broad and complex. It affects ideas and concepts, perception, different sounds. The more complex a certain skill is, the more likely it is to have a positive effect on cognitive reserve.
So when is the best time to learn a new language? Well, here's part of the answer.
The brain is a complex set of neural networks. When you're learning a new language as a child, you're building new networks. But when you learn a language later in life, you have to modify the existing networks and make more connections. Because learning languages later in life can be more challenging, the benefits can also be greater.
But a 2023 study at Great Ormond Street suggests this is just part of the story.
So we invited 3 groups of children that were aged 8 to 10. And we had a group of children who were monolinguals, a group of children who had early exposure to Greek and English from birth. They were our early bilinguals. And finally, we had a group who had been exposed to English between the ages of 2 and 5, and they were our later bilinguals. So what we did that no one had done before is that we asked the children to lie in the scanner while doing nothing and just staring at a cross. And during this, we measured their brain activity. So what we found that was really exciting for us is that our early bilingual group had the strongest connectivity in the network at rest. And this group of regions are regions that light up when we're doing nothing and just mind wandering. A little bit like if you're going to the gym every day, your muscles might look bigger at rest. Well, similarly, your brain might be better connected at rest because you are learning a language early. And this is something no one had found before.
Coffee houses in Europe became a space for discussing business, politics, and new ideas. One academic, Jürgen Habermas, even says without coffee, we might not have had the Enlightenment. Philosophers like Kant and Voltaire, who is said to have drunk as many as 72 cups a day, started to question the Catholic Church's interpretation of the world. Instead, they looked to science, believing that everything in the universe could be rationally explained. This so-called Age of Enlightenment radically changed the world as we knew it. It led to the overthrow of monarchs, the growth of democracy, and numerous scientific discoveries. Coffee can be good for your health. For instance, it's associated with a reduced risk for type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, some cancers, and Parkinson's. And these health gains aren't just linked to caffeine. Coffee has other beneficial substances, such as chlorogenic acid, a potent antioxidant that may reduce the risk of many diseases. So, next time you grab a cup of coffee, you might not look at it the same again.
CMHC, Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation, has released its annual rental market report. It does show a big increase in the national vacancy rate compared to last year, so that is good news for people who want to rent. The deputy chief economist at the CMHC saying they're seeing the highest vacancy rates in 30 years. The national rate increased to 3.3%. That's up from 2.2% last year. Some of the reasons for this: new rental units, condo units coming online, a bit of a glut in certain markets, lower immigration targets as well, which means less people are coming into Canada. Let's bring in CTV's Kamal Karamali, who's standing by with more on the story and a deeper dive on some of the big cities in the country and what we're seeing, Kamal.
Yeah, in a nutshell, Todd, bad news for landlords and owners because the power seems to be increasingly going into the renters' hands. With more supply, they hold more of the leverage in terms of where they want to rent, what part of the city, the size of the unit, as well as what they pay for it as well. So it looks like we're seeing a shift in that balance taking place. You hit the nail on the head there with saying that there's been an increase in supply the last couple of years with more construction happening across the country, but also demand is decreasing with changing immigration policies, more stringent immigration policies, which means fewer international students as well. But we're also seeing, and we reported on this, higher youth unemployment, and that means fewer youth moving out from their parents' homes maybe and looking for those rental units, or maybe they're trying to save by many of them living under one roof. So we're seeing it up to above 3% now. You can see there 3.1%, and on the left of your screen here, it was 2.2% last year, now up to the vacancy rate is 3.1% for purpose-built rental homes. You can see on the right of your screen here, that's the condominium apartment market. The vacancy rate there much less at 1.3%.
听明白的朋友可以反复多听几遍。如果有需要这一段英文文字的内容，可以在评论区留言。在点点滴滴中提升自己的英文听力。英语听力练习是一场修行。那么今天视频的内容就到这里了，我们下期见。